You were raised by your biggest hater. Some of y'all have dealt with a lot of opposition. Some of you have had relationships where it's like, man, why do I keep getting into these relationships? Why do I keep attracting toxic or emotionally unavailable or narcissistic people or narcissistic tendency having people? Why does my life go like this? Why do I have people in my life that envy me? Why does it seem like I can never have a true friend? Why does it seem like sometimes I feel like I'm getting friends and then they start to get envious, so they start to switch up on me? I'm going to tell y'all this. Like, for those of y'all who this ain't for everybody. So if you don't feel this part, click off. We don't even want you in the discussion. Be blessed. Go hug your people that raised you, right? Tell them you love them. Thank God for them. If you ain't had these type of people raised you. But some of you was raised by your worst enemy. Some of you then dealt with opposition in the world that it don't got nothing compared to what you dealt with in that household. It was just minor reflections of what you grew up seeing, what you grew up experiencing. Some of you really was raised by a person that doesn't mean you well. That means you evil, that competes with you, that really hates on you. 111, as I said that. Chosen ones really got the light. When you really have the light, you don't understand the demon cannot take that. Some of you really came into the world, into families that had not love. Or into a situation where your primary caretakers or one of your caretakers, they weren't even, they didn't give you no love. That was conditional. It wasn't unconditional. Every child deserves unconditional love. You shouldn't have to perform for love. Many of you, that's all you know how to do. That's why you grew up to be a people pleaser. Every empath, if you are a person who relate to being an empath and you haven't alchemized that, and what I mean by alchemizing that is, once you're an empath, you're always an empath. But this is why psychology is important. Most people don't understand psychology. That has a lot to do with the self-work. But being an empath, when you really start to study things and you start to realize how the mind works and how it responds to things, a lot of people who are empathic because you had to be very sensitive in your early life to people's small mood swings. If you was raised by a dysfunctional person or a narcissist, you basically was walking on eggshells your whole life. So you had to be real sensitive to everything. Like, you could tell even before they know, like, how you know my emotions switching up, how you know I'm on something else, because you're receptive. You had to be very perceptive. You had to be very sensitive to survive your early life. So what happens is when you're trained like that, when you're raised in those types of environments, then you grow up and then that's when we're like, oh, I'm empathic. People do me wrong. I attract narcissists and they do me wrong. You can alchemize that. This is when you'll see that you people pleasing. It be two sides of the same coin. It be codependent. It be the narcissist and the empath. The narcissist selfish than a mug. The empath is giving everything. It's like go together like peanut butter and jelly. But for those of you who've kept entering those types of relationships, it started to make you look at yourself like, hold on, what do I need to do different? Any self-actualized person realizes it comes into a point into your life that even if everybody did you wrong, even from birth, you got to take your power back. Nobody's going to do that work for you. As much as God even love us, God not going to do that. God to give us the strength to do that ourselves. God to give us the strength to pick up our beds and walk. So once an empath, always an empath, what I mean is that the beautiful thing about it is when you transmute, when you become a person with boundaries. When you become a person who's like, self-love is not selfish. I'm putting me first. Matter of fact, all empaths need to have a season where they are selfish. If you raised being a people pleaser and bending over for narcissists, please take your 1 or 2 year sabbatical to be selfish than a mug unapologetically. That's how you balance. If you was all the way here, empathic, people pleaser your whole life growing up, now you got to go to the other extreme of selfishness. Not to be mean to others, but you got to put yourself first without thinking about nobody for a while. And after you do that, you'll see that you'll come to a balanced point where it's like, you don't have to be like, it just me, but you also not people pleasing, and you'll be able to just be adaptable. You'll be able to treat people accordingly. You'll be able to have your boundaries. You'll be able to give, but without depleting yourself. And you'll know when it's time to give, when it's time to take. You'll have that balance, but you'll also always be empathic. You'll always be able to see people coming before they get there. You'll be your discernment go to a whole nother level when you realize you have a gift. What the devil meant for bad is it flip it for good. See, you got to take these things that happen to you in life and flip it. But I say that to say I'm not trying to get into a psychology breakdown. This is what I do my one-on-ones for. You feel me? This is what I do my life alignment coaching for. I'm the hood psychologist. Why am I the hood psychologist? Because I ain't go to school for that. But how y'all think I healed? I had to heal myself. And I ain't trust psychologists because a lot of people go to therapy and they don't get help because just because a person a therapist don't mean they your therapist and don't even mean to know what they talking about. A lot of people out here ain't qualified. You got doctors not qualified. I was the type of little girl, anytime I go to the doctor, I would diagnose myself and look up stuff and come to the doctor like, look, this is what I want you to check for. This is what I think going on. This is what it is. Do this. I never went to the doctor. I don't trust nobody except myself. I don't look at anybody as more intelligent than me. We got to be proactive like that in life. That might be for somebody. Don't take what the doctor say. Do your own research and then tell the doctor what you want them to test you for. That's how we got to be in life. You can't trust none of these folks. These people don't care about you. It's rare you find people who actually care about other people. A lot of doctors, oh, you're a doctor. What do you know? You might not even know that much. You might only know what you do every day. And then when you come in with your situation, they might diagnose you for something they see every day when that ain't it. They not about to do the extra work for you. You got to do that for yourself. But I said that to say, some of you were raised by somebody that was a real demon. This person don't love you. This person don't know how to love. Yeah, this person probably got trauma. Cool. But the fact of the matter is, this person never loved you. And it's cool. That's fine too. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything happens for a reason. A lot of chosen ones have certain paths because your calling is great. You're transmuting the earth. You're going to be able to have a life completely opposite of what you came up in. The love you never received unconditionally that any child deserves to be loved just for being alive, not because, oh, you got to make straight A's. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to play football. Like, narcissistic parent. Like, let me tell y'all something. I'm looking at the camera when I say this. Not all the time, but most of the time, some of the most successful kids you see, they may have narcissistic parents or a parent. Because for a narcissist, it's all about how things look on the outside. So they kids be so successful, not because they want the kid to be successful, but because they can say, look at my kid. My kid makes straight A's. My kid is a doctor. Look what I did. It's a difference. You'll see that if you try to take your own path, they're not going to support you. They want you to do what they want you to do. So some of you was raised by a demon like that. Continue to keep your boundaries up. Don't say nothing to this snake. Don't say nothing to this person. If you're in a situation where you were already able to go complete no contact, keep it like that. And if you were in a situation where you're having to deal with somebody, you still got contact, God is about that. You're moving in a way that this person ain't even gonna be able to reach you, family. Some of you had somebody that really tried to drown the light out of you your entire life. Some of you was raised by somebody who derailed your entire life path. Some of y'all listening to this, you were supposed to be famous from when you was a kid. Some of y'all listening to this, you should have been a successful entrepreneur, rich by the age of 18. Some of you should have already been married, should have had multiple kids. These are just examples. It could be many different things. But you had a demon in your life that was going against God's plan and God's purpose. But remember that everything the devil means for bad, God means for good. So nothing is lost. But some of the things that it was derailed, 828, as I said, that shouts out to the 828 podcast. If you know, you know, all things work together for good for those who love the Most High, have been called according to the purpose of God. All things work together for chosen ones. That's my paraphrase. All of them work together for good, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It didn't say 844. It doesn't say, oh, only the good. It says all of it. All things work together for good. So God is getting ready to elevate you in the face of a person that hates you. It's your biggest hater. Some of y'all, it's like, who needs enemies when you got your biggest enemy right next to you? You see what I'm saying? Who needs enemies? You got the biggest one. But this is beautiful because some of y'all really have had y'all biggest hater, y'all biggest enemy was your caretaker, was the person who raised you. But you're going to be in a position where you're great, where you make a lot of money, where you have a lot of influence, and you're going to be dealing with a lot of different type of people. And all them type of different people you're going to be dealing with are light work compared to the person that you had to deal with. This is a person that was supposed to love you. Don't nobody in these streets got to be loyal to you. But your caretaker, your parent at least should be loyal, right? Your parents should at least love you. But some of y'all ain't experienced that. Some of y'all, it could have been both. Some of y'all, it could have been one or the other. Or it could have been a different situation, like whoever your caretaker was. Whoever raised you. If you ever wondered that, if you ever been confused, this person jealous of me, this person compete on me, does this person hate on me, does this person set me up for failure, does this person that, yeah. But everything that the devil mean for bad, God mean for good, and you getting ready to be elevated in the face of everybody. Everybody. 10-10, as I said that. Let me know if this resonates with you in the comments. And let me know who is it for you if this is your message. Keep your head up. Stay focused. Don't let them distract you. Don't let them take any more away from you than they already have. And the way that you can drown them out is by making sure unapologetically you stay focused on what you want. Stay focused on the vision. Stay focused on what you're doing. Stay focused on what God already showed you from when you was a child. Some of y'all know that your life purpose was thwarted, but what you didn't know is it was thwarted primarily by the person who was your caretaker. They're used as the devil in your life. The devil had their way with this person. Their way. You hear me? Devil had a way with the person every day. This person has no... Some of you, this person is like a child on the inside. Okay, like a kid. They look grown. They might be old and crusty on the outside, but on the inside, they like 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. If y'all want any of my personal services or anything like that, I'm back in the States. Y'all can hit me up on prettybosstv.com. Also, we got a big event coming up. Oh, and what I wanted to say is we have a David consecration coming up, a David awakening. Anybody who was in the Esther awakening, if you're watching this video, say something in the comments because we were lit. This is going to be our last spiritual event of 2025. This is giving us that power to really go into 2026, knocking doors down, defeating all giants. You David, baby. Think about how David slayed Goliath. This is the energy that we end in 2025 with and knocking the door of 2026 with down. When I say 2026 is going to be the year of the chosen ones, mark my word. Mark the things. It's already been happening. We've already been seeing signs. I don't know if I said it on this video, but shouts out to NL Leader. Great. I like that. I love it. You feel me? Shouts out like the chosen one. We going to rise every generation of chosen ones. Every generation got chosen ones. And if he's genuine about what he's saying, what I saw him talk about on that Kurt Franklin interview, we out here. We outside. You see what I'm saying? We coming kicking doors down 2026. Chosen ones are taking over. All that worldly stuff about to start looking stupid as it's always been. 12/21 as I said that. David Awakening. Sign up for it. You can do it directly through Cash App. $99 Pretty Boss TV Cash App. You'll get that price for the David consecration. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Y'all will in peace.